Introduction. For a century, our public education system was the backbone of our success as a nation. By creating one of the world's first mass education systems, free to all children, we forged the most educated workforce in the world, a key pillar of our economic strength. Our schools also helped us assimilate waves of immigrants, first from Europe, later from Latin America and Asia. Public schools offered relatively equal opportunity, if only to those with white skin, and built the world's broadest middle class. As we slowly integrated them, they supported our multiracial democracy by putting children from many different walks of life together to learn that beneath their different accents and skin colors, they were all human beings with similar experiences and similar potential. I myself benefited enormously from attending public schools with classmates from all races and income levels. That experience shaped me in profound ways because it taught me that most humans are good and decent, regardless of how different they look, dress, or talk. But all institutions must change with the times, and since the 1960s, the times have changed. First, television emerged to dominate the lives of young people, undermining their desire and ability to read. Then the cultural rebellions of the 1960s and 70s brought new problems, including widespread drug use and the decline of the two-parent family. Teen pregnancy soared, the percentage of children raised by single mothers tripled, arrest rates for those under 18 shot up, and gang activity exploded. Meanwhile, immigration picked up, doubling the percentage of public school children from households that didn't speak English from 10 to 20%. At the same time, our information age economy radically raised the bar students need to meet to secure jobs that would support middle-class lifestyles. And computer technologies created enormous opportunities to personalize education so each student could learn at his or her own pace. Held back by their traditional structures, rules, and union contracts, our public schools struggled to seize these opportunities and respond to these challenges. It's not that they declined in quality, but that they failed to respond to drastically different conditions. After all, 20th century bureaucracies were built to foster stability, not innovation. When Paul R. Mort studied the spread of successful innovations in public schools, he found that it took about 50 years, on average, for a new method to be widely implemented. Today, our traditional public schools work for less than half of our students. 1 in 5 families chooses something other than a traditional public school, a private school, a public charter school, or homeschooling. Among those who do attend public schools, 17% fail to graduate on time. Even more graduate but lack the skills necessary to succeed in today's job market. Almost a quarter of those who apply to the U.S. Army fail its admission tests. More than a third of those who go on to college are not prepared for first-year college courses, and half of college students never graduate. A large portion of middle and high schoolers are monumentally bored by their public schools. Only 1 in 3 rate their school culture positively. Karen Fisher, a successful writer and parent of 3, offers rare insight into how much the Internet has shifted the education game. Most kids my son's age are deeply questioning the validity of formal classes past 5th grade. He and his friends learn so much more and so much faster on their own. They wait through the school day with antique teachers and an antique curriculum, then race home and learn on YouTube how to weld on their own and everything they need to know about rehabilitating car batteries, and they start making wind generators or whatever interests them. This is how natural education works. You have a problem or an inspiration, you ask someone who knows, they show you how, you do it. You fail with no consequence except you didn't achieve what you desperately wanted to achieve. The failure spurs you to seek more information. You do, and you learn it. With this new information, you can do it better, maybe succeed. From that success, you envision the next step, and so on. Public school education does the exact reverse of natural education, which is why it doesn't work.